Good day everyone. Welcome again to another video lesson in general mathematics. So for today's video, we will talk about operations on function. So stay tuned, watch until the end and enjoy watching. Our objectives for today are review on operations on algebraic expressions, perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division on functions. Lastly, perform composition on functions. Ang una nating gagawin ay mag-review. Sa review na to, ito yung lesson nyo ng grade 7 and grade 8. Ito ang addition of polynomials. Sa addition of polynomials, you have to combine like terms and add the numerical coefficients and copy the literal coefficient. Halimbawa, simplify 5x plus 2 plus 3x plus 4. Pagsasamahin nyo lang yung magkatulad na term, which is 5x and 3x, and then 2 and 4. So add 5x plus 3x, we have 8x, and the sum of 2 and 4 is 6. Next is subtraction of polynomials. In subtraction, all the signs on the second expression will be changed. Ang halimbawa ay katulad ng naunang halimbawa, ngunit dito ay minus. Ang unang expression ay 5x plus 2 at ang second expression ay 3x plus 4. Bring down 5x plus 2 at mababago ang sign ng second expression, it will become negative 3x and negative 4. Pagsamahin ang magkatulad na terms, 5x at negative 3x, positive 2 at negative 4. Subtract 5x and 3x. We have 2x and then 2 minus 4. Dito, magkaiba ang sign. So, subtraction pa din at copy yung sign na nasa malaking number. So, we have 2x minus 2. Multiplication on polynomials. Law of exponents will be used. Number 1 law of exponent is product rule. Sa product rule, copy nyo lang yung base. Ang base dito ay x. At get the sum of the exponents. Ang exponents dito ay m at n. So, it is x and raised to the sum of m and n. Halimbawa, find the product of 2x squared and 3x squared. Since merong numerical coefficient, so you have to multiply 2 and 3. We have 6, and then copy the literal coefficient which is x, and add the exponent. We have 6x raised to the 4th power. Next is power rule. So power rule, copy the base and multiply the exponent. Example, simplify the expression x raised to 2 quantity cube. Copy the base which is x and multiply 2 and 3. So we have x raised to 6. Power of a product rule. Sa power of a product rule, didistribute nyo lang yung exponent sa bawat base. Example, find the product of 2x quantity squared. Yung 2 na exponent ay i-distribute sa 2 at sa x. So simplify, 2 squared will become 4 and x quantity squared is x squared. So we have 4x squared. Another thing is the FOIL method. It stands for first, outer, inner, and last. Example, find the product of the two binomials x plus 2 and x plus 3. Sa FOIL method, gagamitin lamang ito kapag merong dalawang binomial. Ang first natin is yung dalawang x. So, multiply the 2x, we have x squared. Ang O natin, which is the outer, is the product of x and 3, which is 3x. And our inner is the product of 2 and x. We have 2x. And the last is the product of 2 and 3. We have 6. Combine like terms and simplify. So we have x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. Bring down x squared. Add 3x and 2x, which is 5x, and bring down 6. So we have x squared plus 5x plus 6. Next is the division on polynomials. Law of exponents will be also used. Now let us move on to quotient rule. If the exponent in the numerator is greater than the exponent in the denominator, isusubtract lamang po iyon. So we have x raised to m minus n. At sa isa pang rule, kapag ang exponent ng numerator ay mas mababa kaysa sa exponent ng denominator, it is equal to 1 over x raised to n minus m. Ang mauuna po isusubtract ay yung nasa denominator bago ang numerator, na kung saan ang exponent ng numerator ay hindi dapat mag-equal sa 0. Halimbawa, simplify 8x to the 4th power divided by 4x squared. If you will notice, mas mataas ang exponent ng numerator kaysa sa exponent ng denominator. So, isusubtract po iyon base sa quotient rule. Simplify natin. I-divide muna natin ang 8 and 4. We have 2. Copy the variable x and subtract 4 and 2. So, we have 2x squared. Another example is x raised to the 4th power divided by x raised to the 6th power. Mas mataas naman ang exponent ng denominator kesa sa exponent ng numerator. And base sa quotient rule, it is equal to 1 over x raised to exponent of the numerator minus exponent of the numerator. So it is equal to 1 over x raised to 2 or x squared. Another example is x raised to 8 over x raised to 8. Kung makikita ninyo, pareha sila ng exponent. So to simplify, you have to subtract also, and we have x raised to 0, and every number that is raised to 0, it is always equal to 1. Magre-review pa rin tayo dito sa evaluating functions. Ito yung previous lesson natin sa general mathematics. To evaluate a function, you have to replace the variable mostly used is x with a given value and compute the result. Halimbawa, given the function f of x is equal to x plus 2, find f of 1, f of 2, and f of 3. Here are the solution. Papalitan lang natin ng 1 ang given function na x plus 2. So we have f of 1 is equal to 1 plus 2. Therefore, f of 1 is equal to 3. Next is f of 2. Papalitan naman natin ng 2 ang function na x plus 2. So we have 2 plus 2. Therefore, our f of 2 is equal to 4. And last, papalitan naman natin ng 3 ang x sa function na x plus 2. And we have f of 3 is equal to 5. Now, let us move on to our discussion, which is the operations on function. Combining two or more functions through adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing can obtain a new function. These are the sum, difference, product, and quotient of the functions. So, given two functions f and g, so take note that any letters can be used. The f plus g, f minus g, and f times g, the solid circle here stands for the multiplication, and f divided by g are the name of the function, and x is the independent variable. So take f of x and added to g of x, same thing to the difference, multiplication, and division of function. In quotient, the denominator or the g of x must not be equal to 0 because it makes the function undefined. Example, consider the function x squared minus 4 and g of x is equal to x plus 2. Find f plus g, f minus g, f times g, and f divided by g. Let's have first f plus g of x. So take f of x and added to g of x. So the given for f of x is x squared minus 4. At ang given naman sa g of x ay x plus 2. Isa-substitute lang natin yon and then add. So pag sumasamahin na natin yung magkakatulad na variable or na term, so we have x squared plus x since different terms naman yan. And the same term is negative 4 and positive 2. So yun lang ang isi-simplify natin. So we have x squared plus x and negative 2. F minus g of x. So take f of x and then subtract the function g of x. Substitute lang natin yung given ng f of x, which is x squared minus 4. Bring down the minus sign, and then yung function ng g of x, which is x plus 2. In subtraction, order of expression matters. Why? Kagaya na ngayon sinabi ko sa review, na kapag subtraction of polynomials, yung second expression, mababago lahat ng signs. So it will become, bring down x squared minus 4, positive x, it will become negative x, and positive 2 will become negative 2. Combine like terms, bring down x squared, bring down negative x, bring down negative 4, and bring down negative 2. So, ang order ng pagkakasulat ng expression or ng polynomial, mauna lagi yung may literal coefficient. Then, bring down x squared, negative x, and simplify negative 4 and negative 2. This time, they have same sign. So, you have to add. Okay? Ipa-plus lang natin yun. And then, copy the sign. So, ang sign nila ay negative. So, 4 plus 2 is 6. So, therefore, the f of g of x function is x squared minus x minus 6. Next is the multiplication of the two functions. So, we have f of x multiplied by g of x. Substitute lang ulit. F of x ay x squared minus 4 at ang g of x ay x plus 2. So, this time, gagamit naman tayo ng FOIL method. Kung maalala nyo yung binanggit ko sa review na kapag there are two binomials, apply the FOIL method. So, isa-isahin natin. Ang f dyan, or the first, is the product of the x squared and x. So, ang product nun ay x cubed. So, i-add lang natin yung exponent and then copy the base. Next is O, or the outer. Ang outer dyan ay x squared times 2. So, we have the product 2x squared. Next is inner. Ang inner dyan ay negative 4. Imumultiply kay x. So, we have negative 4x. At ang last ay negative 4. Imumultiply kay positive 2. We have negative 8. Pagsasama-samahin lang natin yan lahat ng product. So, we have the function f multiplied by g of x is x cubed. Ayun, bring down the product for f. The product for O, don't forget the sign. The product for inner, and the product for last. So we have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 4x minus 8. And last thing is the quotient of the function. So we have f of x divided by g of x. Substitute the f of x, which is x squared minus 4. Yung g of x ay nasa denominator, which is x plus 2. So, in this case, i-expand lang natin tong difference of squares or square of difference of the two binomial, which is x squared minus 4. It will become, ang expanded form ng x squared minus 4 ay x plus 2 at x minus 2. Pwede kayong gumamit ng FOIL method ulit dito para makita nyo na ang product ng x plus 2 at x minus 2 ay x squared minus 4. Let's proceed. So we have x plus 2 over x minus 2 divided by x plus 2. Cancel the common expression, which is x plus 2, at ang matitira na lamang po ay x minus 2. So the function for f of g, f divided by g of x is x minus 2. Now let us perform composition of function. It is another way of combining functions given the two functions f and g. It is the composite function denoted by this symbol. So kapag nakita kayo ng ganitong symbol, that is a composition of function. Iba to doon sa multiplication of the two function na shaded circle. Kapag unshaded, yan ay composite function. It is read as f composed of g. It is defined by f of g of x. Napaka-importante ng pagkakasulat ng function dito sa composite. Dahil ang naunang variable, yun ang magsisilbing output, at yung ikalawang variable, yun naman yung magsisilbing input. So, pwede ulit mabago ang mga variable na to, hindi lang f at g. Let's have an example. If f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 1 and g of x is equal to x plus 3, find the following. F composed of g of x. Letter B, g composed of f of x. And letter C, f composed of g of negative 1. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na pwedeng magkapalit yung function natin. Okay, so be careful with that. So, let's have a solution for letter A. F composed of g of x, or it is defined as f of g of x. Our input is g of x and our output is f of x. So, ang una nyo isusulat ay yung function ng output. So, yung function ng output natin ay 2x squared minus 1. So, yung x dito sa output natin ay papalitan natin ng input ng function na g of x, which is x plus 3. So, we have, bring down 2, yung x na ito is x plus 3, function siya ng g of x, kasi yun yung input natin, and then, copy square, bring down negative 1. So, x plus 3 squared is the same as x plus 3 times x plus 3. You can use FOIL method to find its product. So, we have, bring down 2, the product of x plus 3 quantity squared is x squared plus 6x plus 9. Bring down negative 1. Next, distribute 2 to each term of the trinomial. So, we have 2 times x squared is 2x squared, 2 times positive x is 12x, 2 times positive 9 is positive 18, and then bring down negative 1. So, ito lang yung isi-simplify natin. So, bring down 2x squared plus 12x, and 18 minus 1 is 17. So, f composed of g of x is equal to 2x squared plus 12x plus 17. Then, for letter B, you can notice that the functions are interchanged. G composed of f of x, or g of f of x. Our input here now is f of x, and the output is g of x. So, ulitin ko ulit, ang una nyo isusulat ay output function. At ang output function ng g of x ay x plus 3. So, papalitan natin to, x na ito, ng ating input function ng f of x, which is 2x squared minus 1, and then bring down positive 3. So, ang isi-simplify lang natin dito ay negative 1 and positive 3. Bring down 2x squared, so negative 1 plus 3 is positive 2. So g composed of f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 2. And the last example is f composed of g of negative 1. So this time, our input is g of negative 1 and output is also f. If you will notice, x here is replaced by negative 1. And if you also notice that this example is the same as example in letter A. Pinaltan lang ng x. Pinaltan lang yung x ng negative 1. Okay? So therefore, same process. Ang kukunin na lang natin ay yung final answer. If we have this given example, papalitan lang natin ng negative 1 ang lahat ng x dito. So let's proceed. Copy the final answer, which is 2x squared plus 12x plus 17. Palitan lang natin ng negative 1, which is 2 multiplied by negative 1 squared plus 12 multiplied by negative 1 plus 17. Okay, simplify. Negative 1 squared is positive 1 multiplied by 2, and then 12 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 12, and then bring down 17. Simplify. We have 2 times 1, 2. Bring down negative 12, bring down positive 17, and the final answer is 7. So f composed of g of negative 1 is equal to 7. So if you have more questions, just ask your subject teacher. Thank you so much for watching.